This
Chetan is having
conference will
interview.
now be recorded.
Satish is having interview. I don't know about others. Yeah. So fine, guys. Let us proceed. Okay. So guys, till now we learned JDBC, Spring JDBC. So now we have to proceed and we have to go for Hibernate JDBC or Spring ORM basically. So now let us proceed. So guys, whenever we are going to talk about Spring JDBC, whenever we are going to talk about Spring JDBC, so we need to create a DAO class, right? We need to create a DAO class. We need to create a DAO class. Now, to perform all this CARD operation, in DAO class, we will make use of, yes, to perform all this CARD operation in DAO class, we'll make use of a class that is, or let's say we'll make use of a template that is Hibernate. That is not Hibernate, guys. Let us talk about your JDBC thing first. Yeah, to perform this CARD operation, we have used JDBC template. We have used JDBC template. Now, JDBC template, for JDBC template, guys, we need to set one property. We need to set one property. That property name is data source. Property name is data source. And coming about this data source property, it is a present. Yes, coming about data source property, it is present in an interface by name data source itself. Present in an interface by name data source itself. So now this data source is nothing but it is an interface. It is nothing but it is an interface. So since it's an interface, we cannot create objects. So we have used an implementation class by name. What is the implementation class name, guys? So data source driver manager, right? We have used the implementation class by name data source driver manager. Now for this data source, so first what we have to do, we have to create a DAO class. Yes, we have to inject in JDBC template because JDBC template contains all the method which helps you to perform CARD operation. Now for JDBC template, we have to set up property data source. Now this property is present in an interface by name data source itself. Now since it's an interface, we cannot create objects. We are making use of implementation class by name data source driver manager. Now for data source, basically for this property we have to set URL driver class, next password and username. So these things, guys, in last class, if you remember, these things we did already. We have completed the complete JDBC module. So we injected the object of DAO in JDBC template. Next, we created the object of data source and we injected in JDBC template. So like that, if you remember, we have completed these things. We will not discuss again. So you need to practice the things neatly, guys, whatever we have discussed. So now we will go for next model. Yes, we'll go for basically next module, that is ORM. We can go for ORM Spring, or let's say Spring ORM, anything is fine. So I'll say Spring ORM. You know what is ORM? ORM stands for Object Relational Mapping. So Hibernate is one of the framework which will support. Yes, Hibernate is one of the framework which will support object relational mapping, guys. Even we have few more. Yes, even we have few more ORM module or ORM which is going to support this ORM. So first thing is Oracle top link and IBETIS. Yes, first thing is, then next is your Oracle top link and IBETIS. So we have another ORM also. So Oracle, okay, Oracle, guys, Oracle top link and next we have IJTs. So these are nothing but guys, these are the ORM. These are the different types of ORM we have. But coming about the ORM, this Hibernate is the famous. Among these all ORM guys, object oriented ORM framework, this Hibernate is the famous. So in industry, most of the case will go for Hibernate. If you want, you can go for Oracle Top Link as well and IBTs. But these ORM will be rarely used ORM guys. So in most of the case, we'll go for Hibernate. So let us proceed with the Hibernate ORM framework. Now we will learn how we can configure it. Yes, how we can add your ORM Hibernate ORM in your Spring framework. So nothing great guys. Here also, first we have to create a DAO class. Here also, first we have to create a DAO class. Here again, we will create a DAO class, guys. Now, coming about DAO class, here you will define method. Yes, here you are going to define methods which helps user to perform functionality. Let's say if you want to insert a record, you will declare here. If you want to delete a record, you will declare here. If you want to update, you will declare. So in this DAO class, you will declare all these methods. Yes, you will declare all these methods. Just you will declare the method. If you want to insert a record, if you want to delete a record and so on, you need some method, right? You need some built-in method. So that built-in method is present. That built-in method guys is present in a template. So the name of template is Hibernate template guys. So again here we will make use of one template, that is Hibernate template guys. So let's say the next template name is your Hibernate template. Same as of your JDBC template guys. Hibernate template. Hibernate template. Yes. Now in this Hibernate template, as we can see, it contains all the built-in methods which helps user to perform CURD operation. Which helps user to perform CURD operation guys. Now if you remember, in case of Hibernate, we need a session factory. Right? In case of Hibernate guys, we used session factory. The session factory is nothing but it is an interface, it is a thread safe, and it helps user to create object of session. And again, it is an interface guys. So we will make use of, here also we have to make use of a session factory. Here also we have to make use of a session factory. So let us say, so just listen these things. Once we'll implement practically, you will get a clear picture guys. No need to worry. Yes, so we need an interface, that is session factory. With the help of session factory guys, we can create the object of session and we can perform our operation. Next, coming about the session factory, again it is an interface. Again we know it is an interface. So if it is interface, we cannot create object. We cannot create object, so we need an implementation class. Again guys, we need a implementation class. So here we will use an implementation class. So the name of implementation class will be, yes, so name of implementation class will be local session factory bean. Local session factory bean. So guys, this local session factory bean is an implementation class of session factory. Now we can create the object of this implementation class and we can perform our operation. Yes. So next, now for this local session bean factory, we have to set three things. For this local session bean factory guys, we have to set three different things. So first we have to set again data source. We have to set data source. Again guys, we have to set first data source. Next we have to set here Hibernate properties. Hibernate properties. And then we have to set one more thing, that is, okay, just a second, it went up. And we have to set one more thing, that is annotated class. We have to set one more thing, that is annotated class. Yes. So now coming about guys data source, we know for data source what and all we have to pass. Yes, in case of JDBC also for data source we have to pass few property. Yes. So what are the properties of data source we have guys? What are the properties of data source we have? Very good. Good, good. So we have to set the property for data source. We have to set the property for data source. So the property will be driver class name. Yes, driver class name. I'll just write DCN, driver class name. Next, we have to pass URL, username, and password. So for this data source, we have to set these properties. Then we can perform our operation. So once again, I'll repeat, just listen the things carefully. You will get the clear picture, guys. So first, what we will do in case of Hibernate, we will create a DAO class. Now in DAO class, we will declare our method. If you want to insert a record, you can, yes, you can create an insert method. Yes, if you want to update a record, you can create a method and you can provide implementation here itself. If you want, you can create one more interface if you want. Yes, and this you can give DAO implementation and this you can say DAO guys, but that's okay. Later you can modify if you want. Yes, so directly we'll say we'll create a DAO class and in this DAO class we will declare all the methods. Now this DAO class, if you want to insert a record, we need some predefined methods. We need some predefined methods interface class of Hibernate. So that predefined class method of Hibernate is present in a class by name Hibernate template. So next, we will create the object of Hibernate template and we will inject in this DAO class. We will inject in this DAO class. Now, what does Hibernate template want? This Hibernate template want object of session. Object of session. But we cannot create. So here we have an interface by name session factory. So for session factory, we cannot create object. Object creation is not possible at all, guys. So we will make use of a implementation class, that is local session bean factory. So we will create the object for this class and that we will inject in Hibernate template. So one by one. So guys, Hibernate template bean will be injected in DAO. Then local session bean factory will be injected in Hibernate template. Now coming about local session bean factory, we have to pass here three different things. You have to pass here three different things. So first is data source, next is Hibernate properties, and next is annotated class. Now, so data source, in data source we have to pass driver class name, URL, username, password. Next we have to pass Hibernate property. Next we have to pass Hibernate property. So we have Hibernate property, something as HBM to DTL, show SQL, and even we have to set the dialect. So that we will do in Hibernate properties. Yes, next we have to pass the annotated class. Let's say you will create a class name by student. So that fully qualified class name you have to pass correct in the configuration file. So that you will pass with the help of a attribute, that is annotated class. So this is just the overview, guys, how we can write a program using Hibernate Spring module. So again, we will create a DAO class. Again, I'm repeating, guys, we'll create a DAO class. We'll create a Hibernate template. We will inject the object of this Hibernate template in DAO class because it contains all the built-in methods which help user to perform CRUD operation. Now we have to start the session. We have to create the object of session. So we need a session factory, but since it is an interface, we cannot create object. So we'll make use of an implementation class, that is local session factory bean. Now for this local session factory bean, we have to set data source, Hibernate properties, annotated class. So guys, we will see each and everything one by one. So now I want you to take a subheading. Yeah, all of you take down subheading as Hibernate, or just take ORN Spring. ORN Spring, or you can take Hibernate Spring. Anything is fine, guys. Yes, and just copy down this diagram, guys. We'll proceed with the program, then you will get a clear picture. Yes, just copy down the flow exactly what we have to do. Once you will get the flow, guys, you can proceed with the program. So just take down this flow and then we will write a program to perform all the CAD operations using Hyper. Yes, just take down this. Still, if you have any doubt, guys, don't worry. Once we write a program, there you will get a clear picture. Just we learned the things theoretically now. So mark this as the interface. So here DAO class can be anything. It can be student, it can be employee, and so many things. Yeah, so just copy down these complete flow, guys, neatly. Then we'll go for program. Okay, guys. If you are done, let us proceed now with the programming thing. So I'll open Eclipse once again and we'll create, guys, we'll create one new project. Yes, we'll create one new Maven project now. So right click or just hit Control N, guys. Just will hit Control N. Here we'll select Maven. And let's say Maven project. Click on next. Next. So again, I'll give quick start 1.1 itself. And then we will give this. So let's say I'm going to give as Spring ORM project. ORM project. And here I'm going to give Spring test ORM project. Yeah, something like this I'm going to give, guys. Let's say the package name I'm going to give, that is com.jsp.test test phase. Let's say I'm going to give main, because again we will create a different package, guys, just to demonstrate it. Yeah, so all of you create new project, guys. Okay, so you can see a spring test ORM project has been created. Still, this project has not been created completely. Yes, now my project has been created. Where it is? No. So inside src, guys, we have app.java. So we'll keep this class as it is. Now we'll keep this class as it is. Now we will create here configuration file, because we have to configure, right? So we will type here XML and XML file next. And let's say the XML file I'm going to give, that is ORM Spring, ORM config, ORM config. Next, finish. Yes, so guys, we have created a main class. Next, we have created a configuration file. Now, next, similarly, we'll create two more packages which will represent. One is going to represent your DAO class, and second will represent your, yes, DAO class and entity class. So let's say I'll select class itself. Yeah, instead of creating project, I'll do in same step. So I'll give com.jsp.entity class. Entity class, and here I'm going to give the name of entity as student. You can give name whatever name you want. I'll click on finish. So we will get a package by name entity, and there we will have your class by name student. Even now we need DAO class, right? So again we'll select class, and here we'll give package name as com.jsp.DAO, and then I'll give a DAO class name, let's say student DAO. Yes, student DAO, and then click on finish. So guys, all of you create a package and keep three class like this, even configuration file. All of you do this first, then we will see which dependency we have to add. Yes, all of you do it, guys. Create three different packages and proceed. Once you are done, guys, let me know in chat box. We'll go step by step, guys. Yeah, do it fast. Okay, so guys, I hope all of you have completed. So fine, let us open the form.xml and we will see what and all dependency we have to add. Yes, we'll open form.xml and we need to add the dependency. So open form.xml and inside the dependencies tag, we need to add few dependencies, something as your Spring Core dependency, Spring Context dependency, and MySQL connector. So already that we have in your old project. So I'll just go back to your old form.xml and I'll copy paste. So see guys, what I'm going to add. So I'm going to add your, yes, first thing is Spring Core, Spring Context. Now we don't want here JDBC. We don't want Spring JDBC. So just copy this and paste here under the dependencies tag. Okay, so this thing is not required. Now we need SQL connector because we are going to make use of database. We'll make use of SQL connector as well. We'll add this dependency from your old project. So let us copy, paste it off. Yeah, so we have added currently 3 different dependency. Let us close your old XML file, form.xml. Yes. So guys, all of you add these dependency. Yes, from your old project as these many dependencies now. We have to add one more dependency, guys. Now just add these many dependency, these 3 dependency. Yes, done all of you. I hope just copy paste you have to do. So you are done. Now we have to add guys one more dependency. So we have to add Spring ORM. We have to add now Spring ORM dependency. So for that, let us open our Google Chrome. Let us open our Google Chrome and type here, open Maven first, Maven repository, and here you just type Spring ORM. And here you type Spring ORM. So Spring context we have, I'll type here Spring ORM. Only Spring ORM, guys, no Spring ORM Maven. Only Spring ORM. Yeah, obviously, yes, Spring ORM, and then click on the first link, and you will get, guys, all the set of dependencies. You will get all the set of dependencies. Just scroll down, and whatever Hibernate version, yes, whatever the Spring version you are using, try to add the same dependency. Try to add the same dependency, guys. So let us go back and search 5.2 some version here. So 5.2.3, we got here 5.2.3. So just copy this complete thing and paste in your form.xml and paste in your form.xml. Yeah. So guys, any other dependency we want? Yes, any other dependency, any guess? Do we need to add any other dependency? Yes. So basically we have to add Hibernate dependency as well, because here we have used Spring ORM. Just now we discussed we can have different ORM. So we have to specify, I want Hibernate ORM itself. So we need to add Hibernate dependency as well. So here you can type, just scroll little up and type here Hibernate. Okay, Spring Hibernate. Spring Hibernate. Or anything is fine. If you type only Hibernate also, it's going to work. So Spring Hibernate, anything is fine, guys. So just we need to select the first option. And then here also we'll try to search some 5.2.3 so that we should have the same version, should not get any conflict here. So 5.2.3, and just select the complete dependency, guys, and paste in your form.txt. So guys, here we have added 5 dependency. First is Spring Core, Spring Context, MySQL Connector, Spring ORM, and Hibernate Core. Yes, so guys, all of you complete this fast. Once you are done, let me know, guys. Add this dependency as soon as possible. Yeah, all of you add this dependency fast. Once you are done, guys, ping me in chat box. Once you are done with adding these dependency, everyone ping me in chat box. You can see under this Maven dependencies, these many dependency has been added. So even you should get like this. Yes, these many dependency we have added. Yeah, done everyone. Okay. So now since we have added the dependency, let us close this form.xml and we'll start coding. Yes. Now, first we need to, first we have an entity class by name student. So let us assign some property for student, guys. Yes, let us assign some property for student. So I'll go to student class and I'll say private string USN. All of you see here now, private string name. Okay, these things you can, if you want, you can do parallelly. But once we'll go for configuration, you need to give a special care. The string city. So let's say I'll give here student USN, UDENT, student USN. So I should follow the camel case. So capital U and this S will be in lowercase. Now let us declare getter setters whatever you want. Go to source, getter setters and constructor as well, so that in future if you want we can use these things. I'll generate both the constructor guys. Even let us generate the toString method. Yes, these things are done. So we have created an entity class. Yes guys, all of you do it fast. Complete this entity class fast. We'll go step by step. That's okay, we'll go step by step guys. I hope guys done. So I'll close student entity class and we need to define all these methods now. Yes, if I want to insert a record, if you want to delete a record, we need to declare a method here. So first I want to insert the record guys. Yes, first I want to insert the record. So I'll say public int insert, public int insert. And I want to inject the details of student. So I'll say student and I need to import from the package. Now all of you look here carefully guys. So we'll wait for a second. So we'll import from com.jsp.entity and we will give a name as student itself. We'll give a name as student itself. Let us open and close. So now guys, I want to insert the record. So in case of Hibernate, if you want to save something in the database, which method you will call? If you want to save the object in database, which method we will call? Session.save. But here we are not going to use session guys. So here we will use a class by name Hibernate template. So let us declare the Hibernate template class first. So I'll say private Hibernate. Just a second, we need to wait. So if your dependency has been added, then you will get guys. If it is not added, you will not get. So Hibernate template. And let us declare a variable. So I'll say Hibernate template itself, but I'll just change it to small h. Yes, so we have to make use of a class Hibernate template which contains the save method, persist method, and so many methods. Yes, that whichever we have used in case of normal Hibernate. Okay, so now we have to call save method. So before that, let us return something. So I'll say return one. Let's say I'll assign that later. So return one. Now I need to save the object. So I'll say this dot hibernate template. Now this hibernate template contains a method by name save. Contains a method, guys, by name save. You can go for persist as well. That is your choice. And here I'll pass the object name whichever I want to save. So object name is student. So I pass here and I'll put this and I'll put this semicolon, guys, and next I'll store in some variable. Yes, I'll store this in some variable. Okay, I'm not getting. Okay, we are getting. So assign statement to new local variable. So just hit control 1. You will get this. Yeah, control 1. Okay, so I don't want this thing. So better, guys. We know, guys, save method will return the object of serializable. Yes, if you remember, we have discussed long back. So I will store in a variable int and I'll save, that is I, int I, and I'll return the I. But hold on, it is throwing an error. So we need to perform here typecasting. Since it will return the object, so we need to typecast to respective data type. So we will convert into integer. So by whenever we need to save anything, whenever we need to, let me give a small list, guys. Yeah, whenever we need to insert some data or save some data, we will call this method insert. We will call, so let's say insert student. Insert student. So whenever we want to insert the data, we'll call this method. So that's all, guys. We will do this first. So first we have created a student class. Next we have created DAO class, and there we have declared a method by name insert. Yes. So guys, again I'll give you 1 minute time. Do it fast. And if you have any doubt, please ask, guys. Yes, just do it fast. We'll go parallelly, guys. Yeah, do it fast. Done. Okay. So guys, others respond. Done. Still you need some time. Okay, that's good. So we have created an entity class, we have created a DAO class. So now we have to do configuration, guys. So before configuration, let us complete a main method also. Let us complete a main method. So I'll say application started. Application execution started, better. Let's say execution started. And let's say next we have this out application execution execution ended. And in between, we'll make use of, we'll write our code, business logic. So we'll say application context con equals to, application context con equals to, and we will say new class path controller space, because I don't remember the name, so class path XML application context, and at last give semicolon. Yes, that's all guys. We'll see the things later. So just we did these things. So now we have to do the configuration. Yes, now we have to do very important thing, that is configuration guys. So for configuration, already we have created a XML file. So let us pass here configuration file name first, so that later we should not miss it. So let's say, so let us pass the complete path here. So right click, copy qualified class name, and from com we'll keep the things. Before com, whatever we will get, we'll remove it off. So before com we have string test, project name, then package name. I don't want that. That's always. Now we will do the configuration. So again, for configuration guys, we need some schema, right? So we'll copy paste our schema. We'll copy paste the schema from your old project. Let's see, where is my schema guys? It is present in card, I guess. Yeah. Okay, we have deleted from this, right? Even like this you can do if you want them. Okay, I can copy the schema from any project, right? So I'll go for Spring Core, and here I'll get the schema file. Okay, so here we have many things. Yeah, let's say config thing. Okay, I want schema, right? Schema. Yes. So config 3.xml, and let us copy paste the complete schema, guys. Let us copy paste the complete schema, and we'll paste in our current XML file, that is orm config.xml. So let me delete even this line and paste. And I don't want these things, so I'll just remove. Even I don't want this. Yes. So guys, we have copy pasted the complete schema. Yes guys, all of you do it up to here. First complete your main class and then copy paste the schema thing. Then we can proceed. Guys. First see the things properly, whatever I'm doing, then I'll give sufficient time, you can execute guys. Yeah, all of you do it fast. Main class on this and copy paste this schema. So I hope guys you have completed. So now whatever diagram I gave, whatever the flow diagram I gave, if you will refer this, then easily you can code guys. Then easily you can code. So first we need to create a object for DAO class. Yes, first we need to create the object for DAO class so that we can call the method. So first we will go back and we will create the object of DAO class. So here in configuration, I'll declare a bean. So I'll say bean class equals to, and here I'll pass the DAO class name, and I'll say name equals to. Yes, this is the basic things we are learning from LKG, right? Now let us pass the fully qualified class name of DAO class. So right click, copy qualified class name and paste it. And let's say give name as student DAO itself, student DAO. Yes, now guys, the student DAO, what the student DAO wants, so student DAO wants Hibernate template. Yes, student DAO wants Hibernate template. Then only, yeah, then only we can perform the operation. So what we will say, we will write here inside this bean tag, we'll make use of a property. So property, hold on, property name equals to, so we need to pass the property name. So student DAO, what property name we have declared? It is Hibernate template itself. Yes, it is Hibernate template itself. So I'll pass this. I need to set this property. So I'll pass it. Now from where we will get the Hibernate bean? So we will get the Hibernate bean. So once we'll create the Hibernate template object, then only we'll get the bean. So I'll write ref equals to, and I'll keep these things blank. So remember guys, what we are doing, we are creating the object of DAO, student DAO. So the bean name is student DAO itself, and we have to set the property for student DAO. So what property we have? We have only one property here, that is Hibernate template. So that we passed here. But for student now we need one more thing, that is we need Hibernate template bean name also, so that we have to create now, and then we have to inject. So next we will make use of bean class equals to, bean class equals to, and here we will give the bean name. So let's say the bean name is Hibernate template. You can give anything, you can give anything of your choice. So let's say I give your bean name as Hibernate template. Hibernate template. Now this Hibernate template bean we have to pass for the DAO class. Yes, so I need to pass here. Guys, don't be confused. This is a property. Yes, this is a property, and this is a bean name of Hibernate template class. So don't be confused. This property we are getting from student DAO. This thing, and this Hibernate reference thing we will get once we will create the object of Hibernate template. So don't be confused. Fine. Now this is done. So I need to pass the fully qualified class name of Hibernate template. So we will go to your main class, and here we will type Hibernate template. We'll type here Hibernate template, and you can see at the top you will get the fully qualified class name. Yes, org.springframework.org. So just copy this. Yes, just copy this and paste in your XML file, and paste in your XML file. So just paste here. Yes, so first we have passed fully qualified class name, then this is your bean name, guys. This is your bean name. Now can anyone tell me, for this Hibernate template, what we need to set? For this Hibernate template, guys, what we have to set? Session factory, correct? We have to set what, guys? Session factory. So I'll go back to Eclipse and I'll write here property name, property property name equals to session factory. session factory. And guys, from where we will get the object of session factory? Yes, from where we'll get the session factory now? Can we create the object of this session factory class? Yes. No. So what we have to do? So from where we will get the object of session factory? So we have to make use of a implementation class, that is local session factory, right? Yes, helper class. So again, let us go back and I'll keep this reference as it is, and I'll declare one more tag here. Remember guys, we are going down to up. So again, we will declare one bean tag and we will say bean class equals to, and here name I'm going to give. So let's say name equals to factory. So we are going to create the object of, we will create the object of local session bean factory, and we will pass or JD Hibernate template. So let's say the name is factory. So this name I'll pass here. This name I'll pass in ref. So you can see guys, we are injecting one by one. Don't be confused. I choose the easiest way. If I'll go from top to down, you will not get the concept. So according to the flow diagram, I'm explaining you. So now we have to pass a fully qualified class name of bean session factory. So again, we'll go to main class and we'll type here bean. Okay, we'll type here not bean, local bean session factory. So let's say local bean control space. So you will get local, okay, local session factory bean, right? Sorry. What we have to use guys, we have to make use of local session factory bean. I was saying ulta. Yeah, fine. So let us import and copy this complete path guys. Copy this complete path in your here into bus. Yes. Now it's done. Now it's done guys. So let us delete this. Let us delete this. Even I don't want this particular thing. Now guys, for this local session factory bean, what we need, what we have to set now? Yes. So local session factory bean, what we have to set guys? Can anyone tell me? Data source. Very good. We have to set guys data source. So again, I'll make use of one bean tag. So we'll say bean class equals to. So again guys, if you remember, yeah, if you remember guys, again this data source is the interface. Yes, this data source is nothing but interface. So I'll give name as ds here. Yeah, I'll give name as ds. So this data source is interface. So again we can't create object. Yes, again we are not able to create object guys. So what we can do? Yes, we are not able to create the object for data source. So first let me pass here property name equals to data source, and we will make use of ref equals to, and here we have to pass the reference of data source. So guys, again this data source is an interface. Yes, so we are not able to create an object or bean. So what we have to do guys? Can anyone tell me we did in case of, yes, very good. We have to make use of implementation class driver manager data source. So again, let us go back to app.java and write here driver manager data source. Driver manager data source. So now copy the complete path again. Copy the complete path guys and paste here. Complete dot path fully qualified class name and paste here. So go to main class. These things we should delete, not at all required. Yeah, that's all. Now let me save all the class. Let me save all the class, guys. So again, I'll go to configuration. Now for this data source, what and all we have to set, guys? Yes, for data source, what and all we have to set? Yes, we have to set the driver class name. We have to set the URL, username and password. Yes, so this reference data source bean name I'll pass for this particular local session bean factory. Local session bean factory. And we will set the property now. So we will say property name equals to, so first we have to set, yeah, first what we have to do, guys, we have to give the driver class name. So I'll say driver class name, and I'll make use of our attribute here, that is value equals to, and I'll close it. So value equals to what value, guys? We have to pass. Okay, let me copy paste better 4 times. Yes. So let us pass here URL. Just pass here password or first user time, right? Username. Next is password. Password. And now let us pass the things. So first driver class name is com.mysql.jdbc. Okay, not this. This is the URL, right? So here we have to pass com.mysql.jdbc.driver. Next, we will pass here URL, that is jdbc colon mysql colon / localhost colon port number 3306. Then we have to pass the database name. So for database name, guys, let us go back to, yes, let us go back to your SQL. You will create a database now. So guys, listen carefully. If you have doubt, I'll explain at last. Don't take tension at all. Okay, I clicked on the wrong thing. I'll click on connect. And let's say I'll create a database right now. Database I'm going to give string ORM. String ORM. String ORM. That's it. Create. So here no need to create the table, guys, because we know in case of Hibernate, table will be created by framework itself. So string ORM. Now we'll give username password. So root. Yes. So these things are done, guys. So again, I'll explain, guys. All of you complete up to here, then we will proceed. So first thing, we have created a DAO class. Now for this DAO class, we have to set the property. So we have set it the property. Now this DAO class need what? Hibernate template bean name. So we have created a Hibernate template bean name and we are passing here. Yes. Now coming about this Hibernate template bean, Hibernate template need session factor. Yes, so since it's an interface, we cannot create object. So just we have passed the property name as session factory. And since it is an interface, we cannot create objects. So we are making use of a implementation class name, that is local session factory bean. And the name is factory. So that's why we have injected it here. We have injected it here. Now coming about this local session factory bean, we have to set 3 different things. We have to set, first we have to set the data source. Yes, first we have to set what, guys? Data source, then Hibernate properties, then annotated class. So we have to set what? Data source. So property name equals to data source and the reference equals to ds. That ds we are getting from here. Now again, coming about data source, it's an interface. We cannot create object. Yes, we cannot create object. So we have to make use of a implementation class name. By implementation class name, that is driver manager data source. So we are creating a bin and we are injecting here. Yes, that's what we discussed. Now for this data source, we have to set driver class name, URL, username, password. So we are setting it one by one. So now guys, now also two things are remaining guys. We have to set this Hibernate properties and annotated class. Yes, so up to here guys, all of you complete now. Yeah, up to here guys, all of you complete. If you are facing difficulty guys, I explained twice. Still if you have any doubt, please ask. Because once you are able to do the configuration, then framework is very easy. Either it's Spring, Hibernate, or whatever. Just complete this thing, complete these things, and if you have any doubt, please ping me in chat box. Otherwise, complete the things, guys. So guys, complete it. Once you are done, let me know soon. Try to complete this configuration soon, guys. Yes, guys. Okay, how many of you have completed? Okay, Aishwarya, you have completed. What about others? Still doing? Okay, two members have been completed. Okay, others complete fast. Okay, guys, I hope all of you have completed now. Yes, so let us proceed. So we have to set two more things, guys. Yeah, so first we have to set, now we have set the data source. Next, we have to set what, guys? We have to set the Hibernate properties, then annotated class. Okay, so we'll make use of one more. Yes, yes. Yeah, so we will say inside this local session factory bin. Now, before closing it, we can say here, yes, we can say here property name equals to Hibernate properties. So here also you have to follow camel case. Hibernate properties, and in between this property tag we have to set all the property, guys. We have to set all the property. Yes. So guys, we'll say here, yeah, will make use of, if you remember, we have something as collection type properties, right? So we'll use that also. We'll say props, we'll say props, and in between again will make use of a property that is prop. This common thing already we discussed long back, guys. So here we have to set what? Here we have to set the dialect. Then we have to, if you want to print SQL command on console, show SQL, and we have to specify if you want table creation automatically. So we have to say HBM to DTL. So we will say first thing, hibernate dot dialect, hibernate dot dialect. So we'll pass here dialect. So I though don't remember the dialect. So what I'll do, I'll go back to your main class and here I'll type hibernate dialect. We'll type here hibernate dialect, guys. So just scroll down. Okay, dialect, right? So it is a class basically. So starts with capital H and then let's say hibernate dialect. Yeah, you can see, guys, you will get hibernate dialect. Okay, so let me pass it lowercase, I hope. Control space. Okay, we are not getting. So okay, let's say just we'll pass dialect and let's see what's happening. Just let us pass dialect here. Yeah, you can see, guys, you will get the dialect. So let's see which dialect I'll use. Just a second, let me check which dialect I should use. Okay, why I'm not getting suggestion here? So hibernate template I don't want. I want hibernate dialect. Hibernate dialect. Just a second, guys. We'll search it off. Not a big deal. Let's say hibernate dialect. Okay, so this we should use, not this one, guys. You can remember, you can get from internet. That is not a big deal, guys. Okay, hibernate JPA you are getting. No, I don't want that JPA thing. I don't want JPA thing, guys. I just want. Okay, let me try. Let's see what's happening. Hibernate. I should get all the dialect, guys. Dialect. No, I don't want this JPA thing, guys. Just a second, we'll search it off. Not a big deal. I'll pass small h. No, that is not possible. Capital H, small d. Okay, no problem at all. We'll go to Google. We'll search from Google. Not a big deal. So we'll search here. Just a second, guys. Hold on. Okay, so I'll go to Google and I'll type Hibernate Dialect 5. Yes, because we are using MySQL database version 5. So Hibernate Dialect for MySQL 5. Let us see. Okay, let's see. Let's scroll down. So you can see the JBoss thing, docs.jboss.org. So I'll share the dialect in chat box. Not a big deal, guys. Just see here in future if you want that. How you will get. Okay, so guys, you can see here you are getting many things, right? You are getting many dialect. So I want, I'll pick this org.hibernate.dialect.mysql5 dialect. Yeah, I'll just pick this thing. And I'll go back and I'll paste in this configuration. Yes, I'll paste here. So org.hibernate.dialect.mysql5 MySQL5 dialect. Done. I'll share in chat box as well, guys. You can just copy paste, or if you want, make use of Google Baba. He'll help you out. Yes. Now, similarly, we have to set few more things. So I'll say prop key, and I'll pass here Hibernate dot show SQL. Show underscore SQL. So guys, if you remember, in case of your normal Hibernate, if you will not use Hibernate dot, then it will work. But here mandatory you have to say, here you cannot write only show SQL. You have to say Hibernate dot show SQL. Yes, you can't write only show SQL. That's what I'll write here, Hibernate dot show SQL, and I'll keep here true. Yes. Now similarly, we have one more property we have to set, that is property Hibernate dot next I can say HBM to DTL, HBM to DTL, HBM to DTL dot auto. These things we learned in Hibernate, guys. So that is true. If you want to format a SQL query, even you can use that. Not a big deal. Yes, if you want to format a SQL query, you can use that format thing. Yeah, this is done. So you can see, guys, what and all we have set it. So we have set it the data source. We have set it the data source. Next we have set what? Hibernate. Next, this is nothing but my Hibernate properties. Hibernate properties. Next, we have to set one more thing, guys. Okay, so we need to close this prop property tag, and we need to set one more thing, that is annotated class, right? So that is annotated annotated class. That's it. So now we have to set even this also. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. HBM to DTL we have to pass. Thank you. We have to pass either update and create. It's not true. Yes, update, UPDAT, update or create. Yes. So again, we will make use of one tag, that is, we can say here property, and here we will pass annotated class. Annotated class. Okay, I'm not getting annotated and classes. Basically, we can have any number of class that we want to persist in database, right? So we'll pass here annotated class. We'll pass here, guys, annotated class. Next, after this, what we have to do, in the sense, we have to pass all the class name. Yes, we have to pass the list of class name. So here we can have, so currently we have created only student class. In a program, we can have student class, employee class, and so many things. So for that, we will make use of list here. We'll say list, open, close, and here we'll pass. Yes, here we will say, we'll pass our annotated class name. So here again, we have to make use of a property tag, property, property, okay, not props. Okay, or what we can do, since we are using list, we can make use of value better. We can make use of value, guys. And inside the value, we have to pass your class name, whichever you want to persist in database. So I want to persist student class, guys. So I need to pass the fully qualified class name of student class. So just I'll copy the fully qualified class name and I'll paste here. I'll paste in this particular thing. That's it. Our work is done, guys. Yes, all of you complete, guys. Now that's it. Nothing much we have to do. So first we have to set the data source, Hibernate properties, and then annotated class. Let's say if you have employee class, you will take one more value tag and you will pass itself. So guys, all of you complete, guys. Yeah, complete is data source. I guess it's already done. Then Hibernate properties and annotated class. Once you're done, let me know in chat box, guys. Do it fast. So guys, is it done? Okay, no problem. Take your own time. Do the things properly, slowly. Once you're done, ping me in chat box, guys. Okay, guys, I hope all of you have completed now. Yes, let us proceed. So, guys, here my student class is going to act as entity, right? Here my student class is going to act as entity. So, we have to specify. So, for that, in case of Hibernate, if you remember, we have to make use of one annotation, that is at the rate entity. So, just above your class name student, you have to make use of at the rate entity to mark student as an entity, guys. So that's okay. Java persistence. Now I want to mark the student USN as primary key. So at the rate id, at the rate id. So let us again import from the package. The system is a bit slow. Java Systems. It's done. So I guess each and everything is done. Now let us try to get the bean. Yes, let us try to get the bean now. So we will say con dot get beans. Con dot get beans. Not beans, bean itself, right? So here we have to pass bean name, and here we will pass a class name. Class name is student DAO dot class semicolon. Student spelling again wrong. So STU. Okay, just a second. Let me increase the font little. Yeah, STUDENT. So we are getting error because we need to import from the package as well. So we will import it, and once we will get it, we will store in some variable. So just hit Control 1. Okay, I'm not getting option here. Control 1, and you can see assign statement to new local variable. Control 1 assign statement to new local variable. So the variable name is bean itself. If you want, you can change it, not a big deal. So here we have to pass the bean name of student DAO. What is the bean name? Student DAO itself. So I'll pass here. And then let us get the bean. Okay, so we'll print now. This out will say bean. We'll say bean, guys. Okay, so just bean will be printed. Even what else we want? We have to call the method, right? So we'll put separator here, and we will call the method. So I'll say bean dot. So the method name is insert student. So the method name, guys, it is insert student. So now we have to pass the value of students. Yes, we have to pass the value of student, guys. So first we will create the object. We will set the value. So I'll say student. This you can do in configuration class as well. Student equals to new student. Just open, close the braces, semicolon, semicolon. Let us import from the package as well. Yes. Now we have inserted. So even we have to set the value correct. Then only we'll get the output. The student dot set, not get, dot set. First is, let's say, okay, set, right? So set USN. So USN, let's say 101. Next, let's say student. Okay, again spelling mistake, guys, no problem. Student dot set name. So let's say the name is Dinga. Okay, let's say some other name, Basanti, better. Basanti. Basanti Rathod. Yes. Next, student dot set city. See, city, let's say city is nothing but, okay, Palampur. Palampur. And let's see whether we are getting output or error. So first, guys, what will happen? This object will be created, and then we are injecting in this method, that is insert student. Let us see whether we will get the error or output. If we will get the error, we'll fix it off. Not a big deal. Just a second, guys. Just a second. Yeah. Yes, we are getting an error now, as expected. So what we are getting, driver manager cannot find a load DS. Cannot find a load ds cancelling reference or okay. We did some mistake, guys. Obviously, if you will write this huge code, you will do the mistake. So don't be panic. We'll see. Okay, where we did the mistake. So we'll see from starting now. So data source it was. So data source I need to inject here. It's done. Next. Local thing we have to inject here and then hyphen. It's correct. So let's also go to student DAO, and for this we need getters and setters. Let us generate that also for this property. So getters and setters. Still we will get an error. Let's see. We might get, we'll try to fix it off, guys. Not a big deal again. Okay, again, class not found, org spring data source. So guys, that's what in my Eclipse there is some problem. Yes, in my Eclipse there is some problem. What is the problem? In the sense, I have added the jar file. Yes, I have added the jar file, but this jar file has not been imported. In the sense, property has not been added. So let me refresh it once. So I'll go to Maven. Because of the jar file has not been added, I'm getting an exception, class not found. Yes, if you remember in case of JDBC, if your jar file is not added, then what you will get? You will get class not found, right? Same thing is happening, guys, with me. You can see class not found. Why? This driver is not imported because compiler is not able to fetch this driver. That is driver manager. Let's see what to do now. So I have refreshed my project as well, but still the same. Okay, no problem. Let me try once again. Otherwise, we need to add the jar file and then I'll add it explicitly. So I'm updating the project. In your case, likely you will not get this error, guys. So you can execute later, just hold on. Oh, still the same. I'm getting class not found. So what I'll do, I'll go back to Maven and I want, I want ORM thing. So I'll pass here ORM. Okay, just a second, guys. I guess I have this jar file with me. Let me check. Let me check once. But in your case, you will not get this error, guys. I don't know why I'm getting this error always nowadays. String JDBC. Okay, even you're getting same error. So just a second. We'll do something. We'll do some changes here. Then let's see. I'll add this jar file string core. I'll go to properties, Java build path, add jars. Okay, apply. Okay, let's see. Let me try, guys. Otherwise, we have to add few more dependency here. Let me go to my console. Still the same. I'm getting that unknown thing. So not a big deal, guys. Don't be panic. So spring ORM jar file I'll download and I'll try to add all the dependency one by one. That will help me out. I don't know why it's happening with me because we have added a jar file, right? So we should get the output 5.2.3. So here I'll get the jar file. I'll just download this. Let me wait for a second. Just a second, guys. You people just try once. You might will not, yeah, you might not get this error. Let me download and add. So guys, actually this is a problem with dependency. What about others? Akash, Sudha, you will just try once. You're getting output, Akash. Okay, when you are getting same error, all of you. Okay, okay, not a big deal. We'll see. We'll see what is the error. Today, guys, already we have extended this session so long. That's okay. Okay, so which is my project? Which is my project? Spring test, right? This only? Yeah, this only. So let me add this jar file. Even let me add the JDBC thing. I don't know why this is happening with me. So even JDBC one also I'll add. Even if people are getting it, try with this thing. Right click, go to properties, add jars, particular thing. I'll add these two. Okay, apply. Okay. So now we'll see this console carefully once again. So you can see we are getting an error. Class not found, driver manager. Yes. So IOC container is not able to load driver manager data source. So let us execute now. Okay, fine. At least that error has been resolved, right? Yes, that error has been resolved. Fine, we'll see, we'll see. That error, whatever we are getting class not found, that error has been resolved. So you need to add the dependency, guys, by downloading explicitly. Okay, this error. Okay, this error obviously we should get. And what about this first one? Error creating with path factory defined. Okay, so let us see the configuration file once again. Factory. Where's the factory? FACTORY. Fine, guys. So now, guys, all of you add this jar file. Yes, and try to add now. Yes, all of you add this jar file. I don't know why it's not happening, but it should be imported automatically from the Maven. But it's not happening. But so what you do, guys, just download the jar file of Spring Core, Spring JDBC, and Spring ORM. So just try to, yeah, and add it once. So for that, what you will do, you know that here you will search the, let's say if you want the Oracle driver, or let's say if you want Spring Core, you will click here Spring Core, search, you will type, you will click on search, and you will click on the Spring Core, you will select the version, yeah, you will select the version, let's say 5.2 point something, and then you will open. This time you will not copy this path. You can see here, you will get jar. You will get jar 1.4 MB. So just click on that and download the jar file. One by one, Spring JDBC, Spring Core, and Spring ORM. All of you download and add it explicitly. I don't know, this thing should not happen. We'll check it once, guys. What's happening? But for time being, just do it. Yes, all of you do it first, guys. And whatever last error we are getting, that will solve it. Not a big deal. Okay, we'll see that. We'll see that. What is that error? We'll try to fix. So guys, today's session is a bit long, so please have patience and sit. Okay, why we are getting this canceling refresh attempt? So problem with our XML file, guys. Bean creation factory, error creating bean with factory. Define class path, this. Invalid property, annotated classes. Okay, we'll see. So what I'll do, I'll just keep this configuration file which is applicable throughout the package. Yes, I'll keep this configuration file which is applicable throughout the project, and I'll delete this normal thing, and I'll just give a file name as orm.config.xml. Let us execute once again. Okay, invalid property I'm getting, that's okay. Not rewritable, that's okay. Yeah, same thing is happening. Error creating property values nested. Okay, that's okay. We'll do it. Not a big deal. Yes, that's what. That we will do it. Yes, so all of you guys completed, guys. Yes, up to here, all of you are done. You are not getting class not found exception, guys. Driver manager data source. Have you added the jar file? Guys, respond please. Have you added or not? Still you need some time. Come on, guys. You are not learning core Java or SQL. Yeah, this is something else related to your industry now. You are learning industry now. You are getting industry knowledge now. So you have to. Okay, done. Fine then. So guys, actually, if you remember in case of your Hibernate, guys, if you want to insert, if you want to delete, if you want to update, we need transaction. Yes, if you want to insert, update and delete, what we need transaction. So here we have, here again we are going to insert the record, so we need to enable the transaction. We need to enable the transaction. So to enable the transaction, guys, again we have to configure in your XML file. So what you will do, yeah, you can see here something as this thing, right? XMNS colon context HTTP and so many things. Just copy this, paste here, and instead of context write tx, because we have to import the transaction class. We have to make use of that schema, and at last copy the last two lines, guys. Last two line, that is your schema thing, and paste it here itself, and instead of context just give tx. Give tx here. Wherever you can see context, give tx, and here as well give tx. That's all. Yes, all of you do it, guys. Be a little quick, guys, all of you. Little quick. So add this tx thing now. Yeah. Done. So copy this context thing, paste it, and just write instead of context, write tx. Again, these last two lines, just copy it and paste here, and wherever you can see context, write tx. Yes, once you're done, guys, let me know. Be a little quick. Yes, is it done? Have you copy pasted the schema? Okay. So now what you will do, you will make use of one tag and you will write tx colon and you have to make use of annotation, that is annotation driven. Okay, I'm not getting here. I'm not getting. So in the sense, annotation, not this thing, guys, not this thing. You have to give a driven. But I should get okay something. Okay, some mistake, guys. Just a second. Just a second. Okay, so here also, yeah, here also at last tx, instead of tx, I need to give, instead of context, I need to give tx, right? So I missed there. So just I'll delete this again and I'll give angular braces, this thing, I'll write tx colon, and from here you have to select annotation driven. We have to select, guys, annotation driven. If you want to enable transaction, then you have to make use of this schema, guys, and this tag and hit enter. So you can see you will get annotation, that is tx colon annotation driven. Tx colon annotation driven. Yes, all of you guys do it fast, do it carefully. If you are getting any error, please ask, guys. Yeah, do it fast. At least respond, guys. If you are not able to do, respond so that I can help you out. So guys, is it done? So you need to respond, right? How I'll get to know? Yeah, you have added a schema and you have enabled this annotation. Now after that, guys, we have to do a small thing. If you want to enable the we have actually we have enabled the transaction. Now we have to specify you want to enable the transaction. Yes, you want to enable the transaction for which method or for which class. So I want to enable the transaction for insert method. So I'll go to student DAO class and I'll type here at the rate transactional. And right here at the rate transactional. Just 5 to 10 minutes, guys. That's it. I know everyone is exhausted. Even I'm exhausted, guys. I started my class at 8 o'clock. Yes, first J2EE, then I just got 5 to 10 minutes. Just 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. Now we are learning the company things, guys. Yeah, you are professional now. Yes. So that's it, guys. Now let us execute and let's see whether we are getting or not. You people joined the session by 10 o'clock. I started by 8 o'clock, guys. Okay, again some error is there. Not writable or invalid setter method. Annotated classes. Okay. Same thing again. Okay, guys, fine. You want me to stop now? Shall we continue tomorrow's class? Yes. Yeah. Shall we continue tomorrow's class, guys? Okay, fine. It's already been like 2.5 years. Yeah, 2.5 hours. So guys, all of you have complete, I guess. You have added the schema and then you have used the annotation, and at last you have to make use of one annotation here, that is @transaction. I showed you. Now you are happy, right? Yes. Okay guys, we'll continue tomorrow's class. Not an issue.